What is going on, guys and girls? It's Ghost Robo, and today I've got something super awesome to unbox for you. As you know, I'm really pumped and excited for the upcoming game Battleborn, and I also love blind boxes and figures, judging by the shelf behind me. I've got 5 Battleborn blind boxes that come with GameStop pre-orders, and they were cool enough to send me some before the game comes out and before anybody else gets their hands on them, so I thought we would check them out together. Plus, I went up to San Francisco to record a bunch of new Battleborn footage, and I'll be sharing that with you soon, so I thought this would be a great way to kind of relaunch my Battleborn series, get you guys a look at the sweet figures, and then get you guys some brand new gameplay. So which one should we start with? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a Battleborn right here. We'll go with this one and see who's inside. I think the different guys are on the faces, but I'm not 100% sure, so we will open them up and see. I really like figures, and I think that it's a preferred extra with a game for me rather than a poster or a sticker or what else do they give you? A plushie? I guess a plushie would be kind of cool, but figures, my ultimate game extra dream. So we'll see who's inside here. I hope it's my favorite to start off. It is not my favorite to start off, but it's still a good one. So inside here we have a very nice replica of Thorne, the Eldred Bowman, who shoots her way to stardom. She has no shield, but that does not make her stop and yield because she has extreme accuracy and is great from range.
Portal will stabilize. The Varelsi will flood the system. Solus will fall. And there is nothing you can do to stop it.
Very cool. She's on a little base. It kind of reminds me of the statue. If you saw Battleborn or any of the stuff at E3 or PSX or PAX, they have this big Battleborn statue, and it's on like rocks of different characters, and this reminds me of them. So there is lovely Thorne, and we will sit her on my shelf when we're all done, but for now, she'll go right here. Next up, we'll go with box number, well, it's the second one, you can't see that, but we'll go with box number 2, and we will see who is inside here. Ooh. This one is a fan favorite, and this is who my girlfriend played when she played Battleborn, which she did surprisingly well at. I was a Rendi, and she was the wonderful dual-wielding Generate Wrath, who is right here, and he has 2 blades of pain. He kind of looks like a vampire. That's the whole joke, is that he is a wannabe vampire-ish, but not really a vampire, but people think he kind of is. He's got the red and the black and the white hair, and he licks his sword in the trailer, but he is no vampire. He's just a really wicked swordsman, and his ultimate ability where he spins 360 degrees ends up killing about 360 people. It's super strong. It's interesting, I normally hate melee characters in games, but Battleborn is the rare exception where I'm cool with melee, cool with short range, and I'm cool with long range. So like Thorne would be your long range character, kind of picking guys off from afar and dealing massive headshot damage from range, and then Wrath would be up close and personal. Playing a lot more than multiplayer, like the team dynamics are getting really interesting. And with the full roster of 25 characters, I think it's going to be really cool. You're going to have so many options right out the gates to create teams that it will be very diverse. Like in those matches, amongst different modes, you'll see a huge smorgasbord of different characters, and so it's not like, oh, I'm going to be facing off against the same dudes over and over again, and some people took issue with that in Evolve, where like, oh, I'm just facing off against Goliath and Goliath and Goliath and Bucket and Hank and over again. Here, like, it's pretty hard to face off against the same team, especially if you play in the mode where you can't have duplicate characters, so that is pretty cool. Is this going to be my favorite? It is not, but it is a wondrous one. I think this is actually my brother Jake's favorite, and that would be Miko, another Eldred, the very medicated fungi. He is a fungus man, or fungus woman, or fungus creature that helps heal your team, and so far he's almost like, he's one of the mainstays, one of the most popular characters per team in Battleborn, because he can do so much healing help. I was going to say damage, but that doesn't make sense. He gets rid of damage and adds health. He can heal himself, he can heal teammates, he can throw an AoE with his ultimate, and he can deal pretty good damage. He's got Poison Kunai. And so he is a very, very strong character, or she, or it, not really able to tell. We could look underneath, but that would be weird. So Miko, the fungus. There's other medics as well, but he's just like the coolest one. Next up, box number uno. Could this be my number uno? Let's see. Watch, we end up getting her last. It is my favorite already. The very minute magician, maniacal Mrs. She is absolutely crazy. This is, I think, probably of the ones that have been seen, the coolest Battleborn character. She has the most like fan recognition. Jessica Nigri cosplayed as her at some different events, and she's just got a wicked look and a really cool moveset. She can call down pillars of pain from the skies above and then double that with helix augmentations. She fires 4 hands worth of damage. She can cast like crazy spells and fire energy blasts, and she's really fast. A little bit low on the health side, so you gotta be careful. But if you pair Miko with Orendi, and then you've got a Wrath in there to draw the aggro, and then you've got a Thorne in the back shooting away, like we've got a perfect team. This is part of the OG Battleborn cast, but they still make a great combo team. And it'll be really interesting to see if like team dynamics really factor into the multiplayer, or it's more duo dynamics, or more trio, or what. But even in co-op, like this would make a super sweet team, and it would be super successful as you work through those maps. Now then, 1 box to go. Who could it be? I think I know, but I won't spoil that surprise for you. We'll open it up. And I tore the box. A bad tear, and inside we have a guy with very little hair because his head is super tiny, but he is the biggest, one of the biggest Battleborn. I don't know if he's statistically the biggest, but this is Montana, and he has a massive chain gun with a massive amount of ammo on the back. And did you know that Montana is a very, very professional grade wood carver? That's his taunt in the game, and he makes a little version himself. The miniature head is what gets me. How does he even see over that gun? I don't get it, but he's actually fun to play. I thought he would suck, and I avoided him for quite a while, but I recently played as him a couple matches. He's actually pretty fun, because you just kind of get to hammer away with his big gun, and he gains the ability to augment his chain gun with like ice to freeze guys, fire to burn them, and so you can start dealing elemental damage, and he's a huge target, so he absorbs a lot of hits. But again, a great aggro, and you could have someone like Orendi casting behind him, or someone like Thorne, or even Miko. I mean, a Miko Montana team would be pretty cool. I forgot to let you know, Orendi is a rogue. She's part of the Rogues faction, and Montana is part of the Peacekeepers. There's also the LLC, the Last Light Consortium, but none of these characters match that. I'll try to hold them all. My favorite is definitely Orendi. She's got the best detail, and I think looks the coolest. It's kind of like something out of Naruto or Dragon Ball Z, but original and unique, all the same. Montana actually looks pretty good too. If you look at his face, his tiny face is hilarious. I don't know if I can get it that close or if it'll focus that close, but if we can get this to focus in, you can see, can we see it? Show us his face. Okay, now let's see. Can you see his tiny eyes? They're so tiny, his big old mouth, his tiny eyes, he looks kind of funny, but he's awesome. Miko is really well done as well. I like the color scheme on that bad boy. Wrath looks just like Wrath as well. He's got the 2 swords, and I like how they're all standing these rocks. Kind of makes cool figures for your desk or for your shelf. Thorne, her face looks a little goofy. It kind of reminds me of Princess Mononoke, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but she looks a little too happy to be here. But maybe she is. She's just going to tear people up from afar. I like her bow. You don't really realize in the game, but her bow is like wickedly shaped. It comes way out here, way out here. She'd give Lara Croft a run for her money. Those are the 5 Battleborn Blind Box figures. I believe you get one with the pre-order at GameStop. I've got the full set, which is super duper cool. And like I said, you got some gameplay footage in here, and I'll be bringing new characters your way soon. Guys that I never covered before. Galilea, DND, and more. I've got new portions of levels to show you, and I've got new characters. So that should be super cool as we approach, slowly but surely, the game's May release. May and August this year are like jam-packed. The summer should actually have some really good games between Battleborn, Mirror's Edge 2, Deus Ex, E3. We should be in for a pretty sweet summer. Doom is also in May, so we got a jam-packed, warm month of video games, which is good because usually the summer gets kind of left behind, and I'm glad that it's being included in the release calendar this year. So stay tuned for those videos. Hope you enjoyed checking out these figures before anybody else had them. They're pretty darn cool. By the way, this is in no way sponsored by GameStop nor Battleborn. Never been sponsored by Battleborn, never will be. So we're good. I just like figures, I like Battleborn, and I thought it was cool to show them off. So hope you enjoyed. Until next time, drink so much salt. Thanks again. Have a fantastic day. Hit that like button if you had fun and want more Battleborn. And we'll see you all later.